A new fundraiser is announced today to help fund search efforts to find missing 3-year-old Elijah Vue in Manitowoc County. This as the Mikadow Theatre continues its setup for their own fundraiser tomorrow night. 3-year-old Elijah Vue has been missing for nearly 2 months now. His mother, Katrina Bauer, and her boyfriend, Jesse Vang, are currently facing charges of chronic child neglect. Vang was the one to report Elijah missing on February 20th. New at 4, Samantha Cavalli joins us live in Manitowoc on the latest in the search efforts and how the community is not giving up hope. Samantha.
Brittany, this Saturday will mark the 2-month mark since Elijah Vue was reported missing in Two Rivers. Everyone in the community just trying to have hope and hopefully having him return home safely. Now tonight, a new missing person billboard is up in Manitowoc, and that was donated by a local donation from a local company, and preparations are getting underway just behind me here at the Mikadow Theatre, preparing for that fundraiser happening here tomorrow night. Now this fundraiser here at the Mikadow is to help Elijah's family raise money for search efforts as they provide many of the things needed for the volunteers searching. Jean Duzowski with the Mikadow Theatre says she wanted to put on something that all families can enjoy, so she called in a family friend to put on a magic show. There will also be a chance to buy pizza, play games, and enter into a raffle to win prizes. There is also a minimum $5 donation. Duzowski says she's still amazed at how the community has responded to help find Elijah.
The community, like I said, the business is what they've donated to us, and just people coming in with cash and saying, here, put this towards box of pretzels or a bag of chips or whatever you need for the searchers. And yeah, it's amazing. This is an amazing area. Manitowoc Rivers has really pulled together for this.
So tomorrow night, the event will happen here at the Mikadow Theatre. Doors open at 5 p.m. The event will start at 6. And that new fundraiser that we've learned about earlier today, that will be happening at Elijah Vue Restaurant and Bar just down the street here in downtown. That will happen at 5 p.m. as well. Reporting live in Manitowoc, Samantha Cavalli, Action 2 News.
Samantha.